Rocket Raccoon is now technically an Avenger for longer than he was a god.
Yeah, that's weird. Because I think they said there's, like, 2 years between GOT 2 and Infinity War, which is a lot of character development for Gamora. Her relationship with Peter. And Mantis integrating with the group off-screen. And now another 5 years of Rocket and Nebula on Earth. Like, Guardians is getting close to a decade of character development for some characters with almost none of it explored on screen.
Well, that makes it much easier to completely ignore. Smile. I really hope GOT 3 acknowledges Rocket and Nebula's time together on Earth. It won't bother me if Mantis is the same as in 2, or even if they don't mention the blip at all.
It's kind of hilarious. You'd need, like, a flowchart to track the character dynamics. Rocket and Nebula 10 years of development, unbroken, haven't seen the others in 5 years. Peter and Drax 3-5 years of development, saw the others, like, yesterday. Groot 2-4 years of development, mostly as a baby, saw the others, like, yesterday. Mantis 2 years of development, saw the others, like, yesterday. Gamora 0 years of development, met the others for basically the first time, except for Nebula, who is totally different to how she remembered, but has been informed what they mean to her and may react differently now that her knowledge of who they are to her isn't filtered through the person she'd become by then. And Thor, now that his complex character dynamics.
And while Nebula did help the Guardians at the end of GOT 2, she then left. She reconciled personally with Gamora, but as far as the other characters are concerned, she basically just shows up to fight common enemies like Thanos. Then leaves again, with the exception of Rocket, who has now worked with her for 5 years. And her newfound relationship with her sister is erased for now. So in theory it should be somewhat awkward to just have her around all of a sudden for the rest of the crew.
Very true. Why do I get the feeling we're analyzing this a lot more deeply than they will? Smile. This should be a podcast, darn it. Smile.
Yeah, agreed. I think the story will involve Gamora's soul, sort of getting back the old Gamora one way or another, since James Gunn commented way back before even I was out that the third movie would really be her story, but the rest of these issues will probably be very glossed over.
Guardians 3, The Search for Gamora.
Basically.
The original Gamora, because we already found her, but we are searching for her, too.
I'm thinking they give Adam Warlock some other MacGuffin that deals with souls, so they can be done with stones.
Guardians 3, The Search for past Gamora's wayward body and dead Gamora's soul to re-inhabit it, too.
Her Katra.
It's actually kind of the inverse of Star Trek 3, they had the soul, needed the body.
Her Pa, or however that's spelled from DS9.
Here, they have the body, need the soul but also still need to track down the body and get it to come with them. And be okay being overwritten with a past save state soul that will lose all current unsaved progress.
Overwriting it would be more of a Trek episode plot, with the moral questions involved. I think it would most likely be presented as the new Gamora regaining all the lost memories of the previous Gamora, while still retaining her own existence and memories gained in the interim. And of course regaining the old memories makes her personality basically go back to how it was, magically.
I suspect you're right. It would almost be like re-unlocking her past memories, gaining them in addition to new memories formed since she time traveled. That's a very good point. A Trek moral quandary is exactly what it is. Man, this should be a podcast. Smile.
It might still take some convincing to get her to do it, but that probably won't the main thrust of the plot.
Just screenshot this and scroll it with some interesting music. Winking.
Ha, and do like a text-to-voice thing.
I love it. Smile. Our new side series Little Detours. How to keep the show alive when we're not in person.